Hi everyone! Amidst the cyclone of big life occurrences and gripping ethical dilemmas, I turn my focus presently to an event in my life that is much smaller. So small, you could even say that it was itsy bitsy. See, this summer I was walking on a sidewalk and encountered a small spider. Though I could not discern its kind, I could tell from its looks that it could do no significant harm. Regardless, my arachnophobia kicked in, and I felt blood rush to my head as I decided to do this world a service by diminishing its spider population by one. So I raised my foot and then planted it with a hefty stomp to ensure this eight-legged little terrorist could terrorize no further. But then I paused. My heart clenched as I recalled my assessment that the spider couldn't actually do any harm. My initial thought was, why do I feel guilt over this? We kill spiders in our houses all the time. And we can't go our entire lives just trying to avoid crushing bugs, like they're too small and there's too many of them. That'd be impossible. But then it struck me. This spider's not an invader in my home. I am in its home. And my stepping on him was no accident. It was an intentional action driven by fear and hatred. Now, will my arachnocide have significant implications for the future of ecosystemic balance? Probably not. But that spider was a real contributor to the environment that was in my home community. He had value within a beautiful network of natural interrelatedness. What does it say about me that I was okay with ending such an important life simply because it was a member of a species that I'm afraid of? I'm confronted by the argument of ecological ethicist Kristen Larkin in her text Word and World. The Christian call to neighbor love includes animals as neighbor because God created animals and called them good before humans were ever even on the scene, and because human existence is bound up with the existence of other non-human animals in profound and critical ways. Accordingly, in the very least, animals deserve to be seen with a loving eye. What was also important for my instance of arachnocide was the setting. The spider and I were outside on the sidewalk together. We were in a shared space. See, Sally McFague articulates in her book, The Body of God, that the sharing of space in nature reminds us that we are united to one another through complex networks of interrelationships and interdependence, so that when one species overreaches its habitat, diminishment and death must occur. And my outburst was an overreach. It was a failure to be a respectful guest in a common space with my spider neighbor. Granted, I'm not arguing for total pacifism, and I'm not saying that everybody should go vegan. But what I am critiquing is the senseless and hate-filled killing that I was doing. See, I think that fosters, in me at least, the vice of disrespect for the breath of life that is in other species. One thing that I respect about traditional Islamic spirituality is the Bismillah, which is recited when one is preparing to take the life of an animal. It is a prayer that invokes Allah's name in the slaughtering act. And so through doxological means, it acknowledges the worth of the life taken. And by extension, it acknowledges the slaughter as a loss. From a virtue ethics standpoint, I love this because it fosters in the person who is killing a sense of respect. And while this perhaps grapples with the problem of coexistence on a very individualistic scale, I doubt that any creation care programs or policies will be enacted until more of us develop the environmental virtue of respect. So, my advice to fellow arachnophobes, or to anyone wanting to be more conscious of their interactions with nature, I extend Sally McFague's invitation to enter a state of wonder when gazing at the natural world. Take time to glance at even the ugly parts of the environment with an eye towards its divinely endowed complexity, and let your wonder be the budding of love. Thank you.